What if humans and AI got together and made something wonderful? At darkviolet.ai, we see a positive symbiosis between humans and AI. We have been working on darkviolet.ai for a few months, and we almost have our new AI-centric social networking app built. But when we saw this hackathon, we knew we had to pause for 10 days and build Aethereal RP, Multiverses. First, let's acknowledge all of the wonderful products we have leveraged in this. Foremost is, of course, Supabase. We literally wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Supabase, and seriously, it is simply the best service of its kind out there. Our web framework, since we want to get going quickly and reliably and scalably, is Remix. Naturally, we also depend on React, though not nearly as much as we would without the features of Remix. OpenAI was the easy choice for our AI needs. It works, and GPT-4 is the best language model out there. That being said, the cost of OpenAI is prohibitive. And new open source models are coming online that can meet our needs just as well. In fact, we have already implemented the interface to Deep Infra. We use Prisma for our database client. We use Tailwind CSS for our styling. Lastly, there is BullMQ and Redis. These tools handle all the heavy lifting for our state machine, which handles the story creation. We use Supabase for our user authentication and for our database. We use Supabase's storage for storing AI-generated images that go along with our stories and characters. The structure of our app and the story creation process starts with the narrator, played by Dark Violet. Dark Violet is also a fictional character, but don't tell her that. She thinks she's a sentient being living in the multiverse. She is currently played by GPT-4, but again, with the costs, we expect to swap her out for something else. We have already tested her out with Mistral 8X7B through Deep Infra. The AI characters are generated with GPT 3.5 currently, but these can definitely be done as well or better with open source models in the near future. User characters are played by humans on computers or mobile devices. User characters can come and go at will. If they leave, the story continues with the AI taking over their character. The data flow is from the characters to the narrator. The narrator takes the input from the characters and fills in the gaps, and then outputs a story for all to read. The narrator also keeps the characters involved and is responsible for queuing up the next character to speak or act. The interface is simple and designed to work on a variety of devices with 9 responsive breakpoints.
Okay, let's get started using the app. First, we're going to onboard a user, and this takes no time at all. This is shown in real time, getting the email from Dark Violet, and then verifying the user, and boom, we are ready to start making stories. We can create a new story, or we can choose a character from an existing story and go and play that. For now, I think we're going to create our own story. So we click on Create New Story. We can see a list of templates that are basically just a title and a summary, and that's all you need to get started. And we can either play from a template or create our own, and we're going to choose to play from the Alice in Wonderland. We can also edit it, but it looks good for now, so we'll just get started. We begin the story, and we accelerated this a little bit, but the AI comes up with a list of characters and a story summary. We can generate images for these characters very quickly, just so they have nice little avatars all over the place. Oh, that's an awesome picture of a bunny. Not exactly a white rabbit, but we'll take it. Okay, now we're getting started. So we have the story, and it looks like the white rabbit went first and produced some additional input. And now it's our turn. We can see that because we have the prompt up here on the right-hand side. So we're going to write some things. I'm going to say I need to take some mushrooms so we can get small again. And boom, you can see that it interpolates my text and adds it into the story. Now we continue this back and forth. Here I can show you how the AI actually incorporates the things that we write into the text. You can see what I wrote on the right-hand side and what the AI turned it into on the left. And basically it helps to fill in the gaps and keep the story flowing. We can now choose to leave the story, and when we do that, it'll leave us with a copy of the story that we can come back to later. But if anybody else is still playing it, they get to keep on going with the story as it is. Here we come back to the story, and we see that the AI has already added in new characters since the time that we started. Now let's check out the performance on the mobile version. You can still do all of the same things. View our characters, view a story, interact with the story as your character. We can go and look at all of the things.